Reading labels can be frustrating and time-consuming. So here's a rundown of what to look for when reading food labels and what to stay away from. If you see the word vegan, great. If not, look for a V symbol, usually green, black, or white, sometimes with a circle around it. But make sure the V stands for vegan and not vegetarian. This clarification may be in fine print. Sometimes brands get vegan certified by organizations like Vegan Action, the Vegan Society, and more. So their symbols may be found on the packaging. If uncertified, brands might simply stamp the word vegan on products themselves, which you can actually trust. Many marketing terms go unregulated, but brands will not lie about their product being vegan. That's a big no-no. Along with vegan, do look for terms like non-GMO, organic, fair trade, and great nutritional aspects, including high fiber, protein, iron, calcium, and vitamins. Calories, or energy, as listed in some countries, are not necessarily bad. If trying to watch your waistline, stay away from fat calories, but just know we need calories. Hence other nations' perhaps more accurate description of energy. Look for the origin and product of whatever your country is, because long distance means bad for the planet and even you. Recyclable packaging. You'd be surprised the amount of vegan products that aim to do good for animals, yet are packaged in single-use plastics. Horrific for wildlife. And carbon neutral. You'll start to see this phrase popping up on all sorts of products, not just food. Carbon neutral means businesses are finding ways to offset their emissions with things like solar panels, electric delivery trucks, sustainable packaging, planting trees, and more. Can't find the word vegan. If vegan is still nowhere to be found on packaging, you'll have to read through all the ingredients listed. If you're still unsure whether the product is vegan, err on the side of caution. Put it back on the shelf and move on. Why doesn't it say vegan even if it is? Accidentally vegan products, or just so happen to be vegan products, are out there. Maybe the brand didn't set out to make the product vegan, but it was a happy accident. If they only realized that if they slapped the word vegan on their product, they could be selling way more of it. But some brands believe adding the word vegan is actually a negative thing that may lead consumers to associate the term with lack of flavor, lack of nutrients, being phony, and not real food. Sadly, such misconceptions are only perpetuated every time a brand makes the choice to not label their product vegan, even if it is. Brands will eventually learn to be transparent, direct, and not beat around the bush. After all, if they've gone through all the trouble of making a vegan product, why not advertise it as such? They'll risk losing valuable customers by cautiously tiptoeing around the word. What about products labeled plant-based? If you see the term plant-based on packaging, unfortunately, you're still going to have to inspect. That's because the term plant-based doesn't necessarily mean vegan. All it means is that most of the ingredients are plant-derived, so there could easily be egg or milk added. Take a closer look until you find the word vegan. Sometimes brands describe their products as plant-based and not vegan, even though it may well be both. This is because their marketing team has decided plant-based is more appealing, a safer business bet, and will reach a broader audience. But all it ends up doing is frustrating the bejesus out of vegans. It's also misleading and deceptive for brands to not be fully transparent, which leads us to the next label reading topic. What is greenwashing? Well, greenwashing is when brands use marketing psychology to appeal to consumer trends, some of which may be true while others are confusing tricks of deception. For example, using the color green to create the impression the product is healthy, sustainable, and maybe even vegan. But in fact, it may be none of those things. Showing you their product fits into a trendy diet by saying it's keto-friendly, paleo-friendly, and gluten-free, so that you'll believe the item is healthy or will help you lose weight, even if the diet itself is unwarranted. Greenwashing may also include feel-good terms that attempt to make problematic products look better and ease your guilt, so you can justify the purchase. Such examples include sugar-free cookies, fat-free ice cream, low-fat ranch dressing, responsible palm oil, cage-free eggs, grass-fed beef, pasture-raised beef, growth hormone-free turkey, locally raised chicken breast, organic meat, the word natural on anything, and happy animal imagery. Ugh, the imagery one really gets me. It's an absolute sham to depict happy cows grazing on green grass in a pasture on a sunny day, because this is absolutely not what is happening, yet we see such depictions displayed on milk jugs and semi-trucks and TV commercials. It's a facade and a far cry from what actually goes on behind closed doors, or barn doors rather. Selling meat and dairy without the full and true story is a total violation of informed consent. Quickly see if a product is vegan or not by looking down at the allergy section. See if there's milk or egg listed. If yes, it's not vegan. If no, read the ingredients through one by one to find any culprits. You can find an extensive vegan and not vegan ingredients list on Healable's website and app. The product is vegan, but what about the brand? Should you buy food from brands that are not 100% vegan? This is up to you, but my preference is as follows. Buy from 100% vegan brands whenever possible. Then buy vegan products from non-vegan brands to communicate this is what we want more of. The old supply and demand turned demand, and then they will supply. And then boycott vegan products from brands you know are terrible for other reasons. These are typically those larger-than-life billion-dollar brands that are outed for worker mistreatment, clearing rainforests, making products that continually pose health risks, excessive pollution, etc. We need better labels. Labels won't and don't have to list bad aspects like growth hormones or natural hormones, which are literally found in every animal out there. Antibiotics, cancer-causing properties like nitrates and carcinogens. Indication packaging is single-use and not recyclable. Labels don't often, but should, list the good aspects like antioxidants, electrolytes, hydration, and let's not overlook the fact that produce doesn't have a label. Let that sink in for a minute. Apples, oranges, lettuce, tomatoes, you name it. On one hand, they should be labeled somehow so that we could see just how nutritionally powerful they really are. But on the other hand, maybe labels aren't such a great idea for produce because it wouldn't be as sustainable. You can use the Healable website or app to quickly see all the wonderful benefits of unlabeled produce before, during, or after you shop. Once you find your favorite products, you can go straight for them. You won't need to inspect, read labels, and mull over each and every purchase. We are all victims of marketing tricks. We buy things we don't want or need because of it. We even buy things that may harm us because of it. Things that aren't just capable of harming us, but also animals, the environment, and laborers too. Labels can trick us into harming ourselves, people we love, and people we've never even met. However, when read properly, labels are a tool to help us heal ourselves and others.